My name is Peyton Dean. I play football and basketball at Appalachian High School.
Peyton has started playing basketball at an early age, kindergarten. I teach elementary PE, and he's progressed, gotten better as he's grown older.
He started playing upward basketball. He's played youth, rec, junior high, all the way through school.
When I first came here, I think he'd only had about 56 points his 9th grade year, and over the last 2 years, he's accumulated a 1,000-point mark.
I just want to be the best one on the court at all times. I don't want to be second or third. I'm always trying to be the best.
If I had to narrow it down to one word, it's work. The kid puts in all kind of hours. He's up here every morning before workout, shooting hundreds of shots during the season, thousands of shots during the off season, and just gym time is what it boils down to.
On the days we work out, I get to the school at 6 and shoot from 6 to 6:30, anywhere from 300 to 500 shots.
Summertime, off season, we try to get up 1,000, 1,500 shots per day, and that's 5 days a week. We do dots, we do ladders, resistance dribbling.
If you're not the most athletic, then you can counter it by being the best shooter, the best ball handler, the best passer. Like Steph Curry, for example, he's small and all, but since he's the best shooter, he's been the MVP the past 2 years.
And I can just remember just the other night when he did hit that 1,000-point mark, the first 3 possessions, Peyton was looking to get an assist instead of the score. He knew he was close to it, and he didn't try to go for it. He just let it happen, and his teammates respect that. He's a coach's player, and he looks to get the teammates involved first.
When I scored my 1,000 points recently, they had a big party at the school after the game, and it was like Chick-fil-A chicken and cake, and the varsity girls and boys all came back, and we all ate and everything like that.
Family's important to him, whether it's his ball games, whether it's a National Honor Society program that they're having at school. He always wants to know, are the grandparents coming? Who's going to be there?
Probably his best friend is his younger sister, Anna Grace. They're always around each other. Actually, Anna Grace made the statement the other day that when Peyton goes to college, she's going to move in the dorm room with him. And of course, we had to explain it didn't work like that, But they have a really good relationship, and he's been really big on helping them accomplish some goals that we've set for them.
I look out for my sisters because those two are probably my 2 best friends, honestly. We're always there for each other. We always are talking and laughing and always cutting up and having a fun time. And they've been there for everything that's ever happened to me. So I try to look out for them the best I can.
Peyton has been a joy ever since we brought him home. He's just always done everything that he should do.
My family has instilled in me to be punctual and always do what you're supposed to, just because, like, Dad's always on time for everything. What I admire about my mom is she's always there for me. She's never missed any of my games from upward to now, which would be upward, rec, junior high, B team, and then now varsity.
Growing up, family has been important. Taking time to be with family because we never know how much time we have here. An example, about a year ago, we had gone to Florida on vacation, and we get there and he's just not feeling well. He's walking around, bent over, just sick.
I had surgery last year on my appendix. We come back home later that week, and it ends up I have an abscess and I have to be readmitted to the hospital.
It was very scary. He was 15, first time the child's been in the hospital. And, of course, the coaches and everyone was just there cheering him on.
And then that's where I met Coach Jones, is when the first time I ever spoke to him. He was a new coach.
He was he'd been sick, he'd had appendicitis, and I went to the hospital to see him. And so he had to kind of overcome, he lost a bunch of weight and was really sick.
In the meantime, after we got over Peyton's surgery and everything, I started having a few breast cancer issues that I had to go under some surgery as well. And there was a few days I was not at school, and Peyton would always come around joking, everything's gonna be fine. Hey, if I can get through my surgery, you can get through yours. We'll push through this together. He was very concerned, very, I guess stepped up in the family as far as trying to be there for his sisters, be there for me, be there for his dad. He's just that way.
But I found out early on that he was a hard worker. Even though it was kind of in the basketball season when we got started working out, he's never missed a day.
I didn't know if I could play any that year, but I knew if I had the chance I would. So I was at practice almost every day unless I had a hospital appointment.
Coach Jones, of course, was like, don't stay at practice. You need to go home and rest. Peyton's on the leadership council with football, so of course he was going to stay, sitting on the sideline the whole time, not feeling well, but that's just how he is. He doesn't want to let people down.
It really makes everybody else better by him being there and by just being who he is. He can turn a slant into a big play, he can catch a vertical ball, and we can hand it to him on a reverse.
We got in the record books for the receiving yards in football. He gained 227 yards, 2 games this year back to back.
He set the school record for single game reception yards, and he was one of only, I believe, 30 players in the state of Alabama history to go over 200 yards receiving. That was pretty special for our school and I think for our team. I always tell them, their success relates directly to everybody else on the team. This is a team game, so I think everybody was really excited about that.
Fortunately for Peyton, studying has never been a big deal. He's one that just listens in class, he takes his notes, comprehends, remembers. We've never had to push him to do homework.
We don't have to get on to him much. He's a 4.0.
But as far as his academic skills, it's the same thing that he's shown in his athletics. It's just trying to go above and beyond to do his family proud, because his family is always been a part of our school.
My father, Jim Carr, was the principal there. My brother went to school there. My mom was a teacher there.
My grandmother was the cheer coach at Appalachian, and she taught there. And my grandfather, he was the superintendent. He knew basically everybody and always would tell me stories about them.
Just be themselves and be the best they can be.
Having both of us at school, sometimes they like it and sometimes they hate it. It's like any normal kid, mom and dad know everything that's going on. But I think it gives them a sense of family. We're all together, we all go to school together, we're at everything.
To stay a high caliber student, I study all the time. Putting in all that work right now will pay off in the future.
He's very, very focused. He's a very intensely focused young man, and he does extremely well academically. He's in the very top of his class. He goes after his schoolwork like he does his opponents, and he takes it very seriously and is very driven.
I think his grades and his athletic drive will push him into any college realm wherever he wants to go.
For Peyton in the future, I hope he tries playing at the next level, if he wants to, but mainly being a successful and productive citizen, having a good family, like I feel like we have.
I want all my children to be the best they can be. I don't want them to try and feel like they're trying to copy Peyton or having to set the same standards, but I want them to be the best that they can be. And if that happens to be some of the same goals, some of the same things that he does, that's great.